Today we will be looking into the optional section of Chapter Polynomial. So into the basics. In quadratic polynomial of p of x, we are looking into the relationship between coefficients and zeros. Sum of zeros of a quadratic polynomial is equal to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, that is alpha plus beta, which are the zeros can be taken as alpha and beta. The sum of alpha and beta is minus b by a, that is coefficient of x square by constant, and the product of zeros of the quadratic polynomial is constant term by coefficient of x square, that is alpha into beta is equal to minus plus c by a. And now it is a relationship between zeros and coefficients of cubic polynomial, that is sum of zeros of cubic polynomial, which can be taken as alpha, beta and gamma is minus coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. Minus coefficient of x square means b coefficient of x square, and the coefficient of x cube will be a. So alpha plus beta plus gamma is minus b by a, and the product of zeros will be minus constant term by coefficient of x cube, that will be minus d by a from ax cube minus bx square plus cx minus b, and the product of the zeros taken two at a time, which is very important now. In this case it will be coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, that is coefficient of x will be c and coefficient of x square will be a. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is c by a. In this question, the verification process, that is checking if the given numbers are the zeros of the p of x, is something we have done in our earlier classes. In here we will be giving a value 1 by 2 for x in this equation and continue and check if we get a 0. And if we get a 0, which means that the value we have put is the 0 of the polynomial. So we are now calculating the p of x with the value 1 by 2 in all its x. So yes, 1 by 2 is a 0 of the p of x. Now we will be giving 1 in the place of x and check if we get a 0. Yes, it is a 0, and so 1 is a 0 of p of x. So now we will be putting the value minus 2. So minus 2 is also a 0. So yes, the given numbers are actually the zeros of the p of x. Now we will be verifying the relationship between coefficients and the zeros. So sum of zeros should be minus b by a, that is should be equal to minus 1 by 2. I believe you know what I meant by minus b by a. B is the coefficient of x square and a is the coefficient of x cube. Now we will be looking at the sum of product of zeros taken two at a time, which will be equal to coefficient of x by coefficient of x cube, and c by a will be I would like to also explain that a cubic polynomial is in the form of x cube minus sum of its zeros into x square plus sum of the product of zeros taken two at a time into x minus product of zeros. And so this question is very simple, as we are given the sum, product and the sum of the product taken two at a time. So we just need to put them in the place with the correct symbol. And this is our required polynomial. In here the zeros are given as a plus b, a minus b and a. We also know that we will be knowing how to find the sum, the product and the sum of the product of zeros on the very p of x given to us. I believe you know that how we got minus 3 as the sum of the zeros. We got the value of a, and with the a we will now find value of b. In here, the p of x is a 4-degree polynomial. That is, the p of x will have 4 zeros. We are given 2 of its zeros, that is 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. We need to find the other 2 zeros. From a minus b into a plus b to a square minus b square. By doing this, we will get the g of x. Now we are going to divide, that is x by 4 by x square of the g of x will give us x square in the function. We have multiplied x square with all the terms in the g of x. We would do the across, that is subtraction in place of addition and addition in place of subtraction. We would continue all these steps until we get a place when the remainder or the number which is degree is smaller than the g of x. So yes, our g of x is a quadratic polynomial. We use the splitting the middle term method and find its zeros. With this g of x and r of x, we need to find k and a. We will just divide. With this remainder, we will be equating with the remainder which was given. We are equating the x on both sides and the left out on the both sides separately and finding the value. So our k is 5. Equating the left hand.
Thank you.